Hi, everybody. I still am not used to that. There was no countdown on this, and I'd like to join you live. So stand by for technical difficulties. One of these days we'll get there. There might not be anybody here. It's not a big deal. Welcome to the Rewatchers. Thank you for being here. We're in 12 of the Light on the Path book studies. So I'm going to see if I can join you on the, hang on, it says that I'm live. Hang on, I'd like to be able to talk to you. Oh, there I am. Okay, be quiet. There I am. Stand by. I'm going to type something to you to say hello. So silly. Hello. Okay, hang on. There we are. Okay. Yeah, there I am. Okay. Hi to myself. Welcome. I think I might be watching me. That might be the only watcher here, but it doesn't matter. My name is, I don't give my name here. I'm sorry. I'm used to the other channel on Periscope, on the Living Theosophy Periscope channel. It is a peek into our daily lives. If you're interested in what happens when we're not doing Living Theosophy, you're welcome to join us there. But the most important thing to remember here is that these teachings are the star. The teachings of Theosophy are the star. That is where the stage is set. I am simply a voice and a very dedicated student of these teachings. And I would like to find a time that works for you that we can do these. Oh, there she is. Hi, sweetie. It's just me and you. It's going to be weird. Vegan Doe is a prominent, compassionate, vegan, amazing person, and I highly recommend following her channel too here on YouTube. Please pop over to Vegan Doe's channel and give her a follow because it's worth it, please. We got to help each other out in these communities. It's important. Okay, so the teachings of Theosophy here are the star. So remember, the platform that the teachings are to be taught from are meant for the teachings, not the teacher. So I'm just a voice. I'm just like a speaker on the end of your phone. And I really want to thank you for being here. Thank you for rewatching. Thank you. If you do pop in live, please say something. You're welcome to make a comment, and I'll do my best to reply to each and every one of you. Over here, over here. I'll get it. You'll see a little icon. You're welcome to follow this channel if you will, and we can continue this journey together. I'm a former radio and television presenter, and I now voice these teachings. So you will see some of the books here on this channel that are voiced and available for free. The application and practice of these teachings has changed my life so much so that I can't help but try to be of service in the best way that I can. And the only way that I can do that is I'm a voice, I can talk, that's what I'll do. So I started to voice these texts, and I started with the 14 lessons, which is, well, I started with the 14 lessons. It's on this channel. It's a correspondence course of yogi philosophy and Oriental occultism. For those of you who freak out about the word occult, it simply means not known, currently not known, or outside the realm of what is happening. It does not always mean black. It can mean dark arts because it's not in the current. Vegan Doe, you are the sweetest thing I've ever known in my whole life. That is so sweet. Thank you. What she just did, if you're wondering why I stopped like that, is because this is a labor of love. Everything received here on the Living Theosophy YouTube channel or over on Periscope, or even if you go to the website, the Living Theosophy website, that all goes back into keeping these teachings free and making them available for all the world to have access to, because they are the root of where science and spirituality meet. They are the root of all the world's religions, sciences, and philosophies. And Vegan Doe has become a very dear, cherished part of my life since we collaborated on a compassion project, and that is called Living on the Veg. And if you've not seen that video, you can either check out her channel or my channel here. It is about the reason behind the vegan movement, which is compassion for the animals. Your body becomes what you eat. What you eat, you become. You're building your body out of that. Your life is a product of your thoughts. So please pay attention to what you put in and put out, because you become that. And so she understands that, and she's in that video. Check that out. And thank you for that humongous donation, the biggest one I've ever received here on YouTube. Thank you for all you are and do too. Please stop everywhere, everyone, and follow Vegan Dough. And we'll get on with our lesson today. Okay, I am living Theosophy across all platforms. I do not share my name because it is not important. That's the point. I'm simply a voice for these teachings. And I do want to thank Jennifer M, though. Jennifer M did visit the Living Theosophy website, and she made a donation, which also goes into publishing these books, keeping the store, the digital bookstore, the Living Theosophy bookstore alive. It pays for everything. And your gentle love and support keeps these teachings, again, and ancient knowledge available for all, because they used to just be stuck on dusty shelves in a library, but now it's the digital world. Things have changed. It is about getting them out there. So my job here is to hopefully introduce them to you if you have not found them. Your job is then to carry that forth into the world, become compassion, and affect all those around you. That's what Theosophy is for. Theosophy is not for sitting in a study or a library or a class and then intellectualizing and becoming more knowledgeable. It's about the practical application of kindness and compassion and love for all beings on this planet. And the most important thing is to ease the unnecessary suffering of all beings. That's why we're here, to leave this world a better place than when we got here. So you can use it in every single solitary event of your life. Theosophy is applicable. So if you've always wanted to learn, you can always start here. Thank you. There's somebody else here. I see somebody else has joined. I'm not sure. I can't see. But anyway, welcome. And they're gone. That's okay. It's a tiny little book. It's called Light on the Path. And the reason I have this cover taped to this old cover is because I have changed the cover and I can't find this book because it's so little. Anyway, I can't find where I put the original book. This is available for free download at the Living Theosophy YouTube. No, at the Living, I'll include the link here, but it's available for free in the Living Theosophy digital bookshop. So get your copy, and we're on page 20, I think we're already up to 22, which is coming near the end. Every time I open this book, even today, when I was trying to find my place from where I left off last time, something new comes out. Something new is revealed. I don't understand how that happens. I don't understand that. And that's what was so mesmerizing. When I first went in, I thought there's something here. Everything I see ticks a box. And every time I revisit it, something new is learned. So if you'd like to experience that, you're welcome to. Free ebooks. These teachings are free. These classes are free. And it is said that to many, this book will be the first revelation of that which they have been all their lives blindly seeking. To many, it will be the first bit of spiritual bread given to satisfy the hunger of the soul. To many, it will be the first cup of water from the spring of life, given to quench the thirst which has consumed them. And for those whom this book is intended, you will recognize this message. And after reading it or listening to it, you will never be the same as before it came to you. And that was written down by Yogi Ramacharaka. And I've got goosebumps because a beloved friend just popped up. I see you there. I love you. Hi, R.D. Baker. I apologize for fanning out. These are dear, cherished friends. They are so sacred and important. They're from the Periscope community. If you'd like to join that, pop over to Periscope, look for Living Theosophy, and we actually do share real-life interaction. Hi there, R.D. I miss you so much. Thank you for all you are and do. Did you see Doe is here? She's so sweet. Okay, I have to get to the class, otherwise I'll play too much. I have to show some discipline here on this channel because let's get to the text. For when the disciple is ready, the master is ready also. Okay, so last time in our Live Light book study, we closed up with all those beings among whom you struggle here on earth. Okay, all those beings are fragments of the divine. And so deceptive is the illusion in which you live, that it is hard to guess where you will first detect the sweet voice in the hearts of others. But know that it is certainly within yourself. Look for it there, and once having heard it, you will more readily recognize it in those around you. You will recognize it in those around you. You will recognize it in nature around you, in all animals, plants. You will start to see it and recognize what we call the voice of the silence. Okay, so this week we are on page 22 and 23 in Light on the Path. If you want your free copy, head to the bookstore. It's free. As also, I voiced it. It's also on here free as well. If you'd like to support the channel, you can visit the Living Theosophy website, and there are audiobooks that are at a reduced cost from the global retail markets, and that helps support as well. Thank you, Jennifer M, again, for your direct donation. That's the first one I've gotten, 20 quid this month. That's a really big deal. Thank you. And Vegan Dough here for her 10, which is massive. Thank you. That's really good. That's actually gonna make a big difference, because I'm going to do Key to Theosophy audio book, and that is coming up next, and I have to pay to publish that. So anyway, here we go. Don't forget to subscribe over there to the left. Okay, if you wish. It is a theosophical classic, and this is a treatise written for the personal use of those who are ignorant of the Eastern wisdom and who desire to enter within its influence. Let's move forward. We're in number 6 in section 2. Store in your memory the melody you hear. You hear it with your heart. Store in your memory the melody you hear when you hear this voice of the silence. I was just talking on Periscope about how it's easy to tell the voice of the silence from the voice of the self, because the voice of the self, and now remember, this is only my opinion. It's how you interpret these teachings that actually matters. This is only my opinion. Please discover this for yourself. But the voice of the senses in the sensual world, the selfish self, pride and anger and greed and gluttony and all those things, if you think it and you listen to the voice inside you, and I know you know it, it is usually jealous, and it does talk poorly of other people and you. It doubts, it gets angry, it's wrath. It is insanely jealous. Listen for the jealous voice. Listen for the voice of envy. Listen for the voice of pride. And that is the voice of your lower self. I know you know it. And that's actually not your real self. That is the voice of the sensual world, of the lower self. The voice of the higher self is quieter behind that voice. And it is the voice of love and unity and connection and compassion and empathy. That is the voice that we're listening for. Now, in this harmony they're talking about, this is just me digressing. I will read the text without doing that. It's difficult for me because I get really excited about these teachings. Store in your memory the melody you hear. 7, learn from it the lesson of harmony. So, oh, there you are commenting. If you have a comment, I have you on. Hi there. Hello, welcome to you. I just see your red icon. I can't read that language, but I see you. If you have a question, I didn't see them until now. There you are. Hello. Please feel free to comment. All are welcome to comment. I always try to respond to each and every one of you here. This channel is still pretty small, so I do try to do that. Harmony means, what does that mean? Harmony, sync, together, oneness without disharmony, without chaos. A tapestry, if you will. I was going to point to one, but you have, hi there, welcome. Oh my goodness, Mystic Imagination, hi there, welcome to this channel. Welcome to this live book study. We are live. I need to do more of these, and we will be doing more soon, but we're just getting through Light on the Path, number 12. If you'd like a copy of the book, it's free down below in the links, which I will put probably in the next couple hours. But harmony, meaning divine synchronicity. Learn from it the lesson of harmony, getting along together, coexistence. And then 8, and I will just read now, I won't digress. You can stand upright now, firm as a rock amid this turmoil, obeying the warrior who is thyself and thy king. So remember, I am digressing, I said I wouldn't, but I am. Remember that this could sound like a metaphysical poem, but if you listen to it and listen to it clearly or read it in silence and just meditate on it, you'll begin to understand. You will begin to understand. If you're here, that's not by accident. So, okay, obeying the warrior who is thyself and thy king, your higher self. Unconcerned in the battle, save to do his bidding, having no longer any care as to the result of the battle. So having no care for the result of the battle between your higher and lower self. You are not attached, in other words. For one thing only is important, that the warrior shall win, and you know he is incapable of defeat. Okay, oh, thank you. Okay, I was guided to this, and I turned on YouTube and see you doing this. Good. That's the same way I found out about these teachings. I apologize for the digression. the entire text is written in its entirety, is read in its entirety earlier on in this channel. But for Mystic Imagination, I stumbled across them too. And something really amazing happened. It led to more and further study. And then the application in my life has led to a sense of calm and purpose and joy, even in spite of life being a very difficult and painful place to live. If you're here, it is not by accident. There are no accidents. You're here for a reason. Study these texts, apply them, become them, practice them in everyday occurrences, and you will find that your life will change. It will. For the better, and you'll begin to understand the more you revisit them. So here we go. I need to focus. Okay. Unconcerned in the battle, save to do his bidding, the higher self, having no longer any care as to the result of the battle, meaning you're unattached. For one thing only is important, that the warrior shall win. Your higher self will triumph, whether it's this lifetime or many lifetimes down the line, possibly in another galaxy or further away from this particular dimension or space or place, meaning not necessarily distance, but state of being. Okay. And you know that he is incapable of defeat. Forget the pronoun there. It just means it. It is incapable of defeat. Standing thus, cool and awakened, use the hearing you have acquired by pain and the destruction of pain. Here, I want to really strongly interject that pain, when things are painful, sometimes physically, usually psychologically, when you are going through pain here, this is a perfect chance to learn. When things are difficult, you are learning. And if you take pain and you, I don't want to say wallow, but if you react into where it is at, where it is actually taking you to, and you're focusing on the problem of whatever that is, then you kind of stay stuck. But if you take this as this is here to guide you, to teach you, I will say that it is a part of pain in my personal life that I thought I had nothing to lose. So I applied these teachings, and they worked. They were what I was looking for all along, through looking at churches or New Ageisms, the metaphysical teachings. I just couldn't find it until I found these teachings and I applied them. And I began to understand. When you are going through something that is excruciating and it feels like life has no meaning, that is the time for you to look. Sometimes you need to be cracked to let the light in. You've heard that, right? Sometimes you need to be shaken awake for you to pull out of where you're at. Pay attention to pain. Pain is the usher of wisdom. I'm not doing very well on not digressing, am I? Sorry. Okay. Only fragments of the great song come to your ears, while yet you are but man. Okay. Only fragments of the great song, because this is they say this is a fractal universe. We are all fractal. That there is a melody of life, like from sacred geometry and divine science. It is a harmony that we're talking about here, okay? Only fragments of the great song come to your ears, not just physical ears, yet while you are but man, because you're more than man. You're more than man. You are an extraordinary being of unbelievable potential that just keep listening and watching and studying on your own. But if you listen to it and remember it faithfully, so that none which has reached you is lost, and if you endeavor to learn from it the meaning of the mystery which surrounds you, okay? Endeavor to learn from it the meaning of the mystery which surrounds you. Somebody has a question. Did you read Light on the Path by Mabel Collins? This is Light on the Path by Mabel Collins. Did I not say that? I apologize. This is Light on the Path by Mabel Collins. Mabel Collins, and I usually say that at the end. Mabel Collins was she was a Theosophist. This is a Theosophical classic, absolute Theosophical classic. Blavatsky says that this little book is a true jewel, belongs to and emanates from the same school of Indo-Aryan and Buddhist thought and learning as the teachings in the Secret Doctrine. And this is an imperative text. Look how little it is. It's weensy. It's super weensy. Yes, this is that book. So I'm glad that you're even familiar with that. That's fantastic. Well done. So there's a link to that book. There will be in the comments down below. Okay. But if you listen to it, remember it faithfully, so that none which has reached you is lost. You get to take this with you when you go, meaning these lessons that you learn, and endeavor to learn from it the meaning of the mystery which surrounds you. It is confusing. Why are we here? What are we? Who are we? When are we? Okay. In time, you will need no teacher. For as the individual has voice, so has that in which the individual exists. Let me read that again, okay? In time, you will need no teacher. For as the individual has voice, so has that in which the individual exists. Where do you exist? Where do you exist? I'm just looking to see your answers. You exist inside your body. Your body is your vessel. That is the temple. That is your church. You live in here. That's all it is. It does not define you in any way. It is a biological supercomputer that you get to inhabit and experience the physical world. Okay? So inside you, there is a voice. And since I was going to ask where the book was, yes, The Light on the Path. Where it is, I don't have the links up because I haven't had a chance to edit the things. But if you go to the Living Theosophy website, in the bookstore, you can get a free ebook of Light on the Path. And I've also voiced it. It's for free here on this channel. And you can listen to it in its entirety as you go to bed. Or if you wish to support the channel, you can buy the audiobook. I think it's like £3 or something on the Living Theosophy website, Light on the Path. So, okay. In time you will need no teacher, for as the individual has voice, so has that in which the individual exists. Life itself has speech, and never silent. It's never silent. And its utterance is not, and its utterance is not, as you are deaf may suppose, a cry. So life itself has speech and is never silent. It's true. And its utterance is not, as you that are deaf may suppose, a cry. Okay, life does not cry. It is a song. It is a melody. Learn from it that you are a part of the harmony. Learn from it to obey the laws of this harmony. And number 9, regard earnestly all the life that surrounds you. Okay, so like we're talking the harmony of life, the tapestry, warp and weft, we are all one thread in this gigantic tapestry that is everything that is. We are eternal. We are forever. And we are here right now playing these parts. I am this middle-aged woman here in the United Kingdom, experiencing my journey on this particular tiny little section that is the mid-60s to this current moment. That's it. That's just a blip in time. There is far more to the story, and everything and everyone is a part of this harmony. You've heard that all the time. We all are one. What does that mean? If you want to find out more, listen to the teachings of Theosophy. Explore the teachings of Theosophy. If you see the near-death experiencers come back and they talk about this wisdom, this knowledge, this unconditional love, this empathy for all beings, study the teachings of Theosophy and you'll be able to understand them for yourself. You don't have to have a near-death experience to understand them. Okay. Number 10, learn to look intelligently into the hearts of men from an absolutely impersonal point of view. Can you look into the hearts of men from an absolutely impersonal point of view? Okay? If it's impersonal, good. If it's not, your sight is colored. Therefore, impersonality must first be understood. All right. During that section, I did digress all over the place. So I highly recommend getting this text for yourself. We will continue with another Light on the Path next month. I've been trying to get one of these up a month. I'd like to do one a week. I'm looking to, I did have an inquiry to see if I would speak in London. I'd love to do some on-site talks, but it isn't about me. It's about the teachings. So I have to gauge how delicately I will do that, because remember that the platform, the teachings are to be taught from, are meant for the teachings, not the teacher. And I'm not a teacher. I'm a student. So this was written down in 1885. It is not just from 1885. It was channeled, for lack of a better word, by Mabel Collins, who signs her name MC in the book. Mabel Collins. It is a theosophical classic. And again, Yogi Rama Shiraka says about this book, to many this little book will be the first revelation of that which they have all their lives been blindly seeking. To many it will be the first bit of spiritual bread given to satisfy the hunger of the soul. To many it will be the first cup of water from the spring of life, given to quench the thirst which has consumed them. Those for whom this book is intended will recognize it. You'll recognize this. You'll go, yes, more, please. And you will, after hearing it, after reading it, you will never be the same as before when it came to you. Now, Yogi Ramacharaka is a pen name of a man named William Walker Atkinson. And he is a New Thought movement author. He wrote down the book, The Kabbalion, which is a fantastic text. I'd love to do some of that here if I could find the time to be able to do all the stuff I want to do. I'd like to be as in service as possible until the day I die. So as long as my voice works, I will be sharing these teachings because I believe in them that much. They are not new. They are ancient. These books, there was a bunch of them that came through at the end of the 1900s, but they go all the way back through the millennia, through the Alexandrian philosophers, all the way back to ancient Egypt. You can go into the teachings of alchemy. Many of you know, I've not seen any questions there. Okay. Many of you know about alchemy, right? The transmutation of physical metals or things into gold. The transmutation of the physical into something gold and pure, the transmutation of the earth life into spirit. That's what alchemy is. So it's everywhere. If you listen to Manly P. Hall, love his stuff, absolutely love Manly P. Hall's teachings. He's a 20th century Canadian philosopher. He grew up in Los Angeles. This stuff is all the same. The Kabbalah, it's all the same. It's all the same stuff. Everything. It's all based on these ancient teachings. And this is a collection that could be the textbook for humanity. There's science in here. There's convoluted science that a lot of people sit down to read this book as if it is a novel. It is not. If you want to start to learn what is in the secret doctrine, you can start with Light on the Path. That's a lot lighter. And then The Voice of the Silence, which is also voiced and on this channel. You can get a free copy at the You can get a free copy at the You can get a free copy at the Living Theosophy bookshop. I did change the name. I did start all this out as Yogi Philosophy, but then because of yoga, the physical postures, it got confusing. And yoga simply means to unite. Look it up if you don't believe me. It means to unite. That's where the word yoke came from, yoga. And that is to literally, the yoga postures are they are part of the process of yoga, of uniting the higher and lower self. And so yogi does not just mean one who teaches yoga, the physical postures, which are now a big Western craze, but they're ancient. Yoga is to unite with this sacred knowledge. So anyway, there you go. Oh wait, do we have a question? No, there we go. 7 of you are still here watching this. Thank you to all of you who are here. Thank you to the rewatchers. Thank you. It's so good to see you, Artie Baker. I miss you so much. I was just over on Periscope. Thank you, Vegan Dough, for your substantial and colossal 10-pound donation. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is called a super chat. And these can be given during live broadcasts of your favorite broadcasters. If you enjoy what they're doing and you want to support their channel, you can just sign up to go ahead and be a supporter. And what she did there is she gave 10 pounds that goes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm not a teacher. I'm a student, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I would like to teach what I've learned by sharing my stupidity. Vegan Dough, there she is. Follow her channel. She is a compassionate voice for the earth, and I just love her. I just love her so much. I do. Hang on. There's no mute button on this. Usually in the old radio station days, we had a cough button, and you could push it and then cough. We also had a 7-second delay in case you said something stupid. You could actually push the button. There's none of that in this new world of live broadcasting. So it is through actually Periscope and doing these videos that I've grown to be able to do live broadcasts. And there will be more. But for right now, it says, I'm Korean, but we'll read Light on the Path. Oh, well, good. We need to get it out there and translate it into other languages. I believe that it is available. And it's very short, so you could probably run it through Google Translator, I believe. And then it is through your application. You are where the work takes place. It is not about me or anybody else. It's not about the people who wrote these teachings down. It is about you. It's all about you. Thank you for being here. I love you. And I'll see you again. Okay, I've got to go edit this, and there's been much going on, so I apologize for the lull in broadcasts, but we'll get there. I'll see you soon. How do I end this if I'm up there? Okay. See you soon. Bye-bye. I'll put the links up shortly. I love you. Bye-bye. Am I done? Wait.